Hello and welcome to Get a Grip with me, Angela Scanlon.
And me, Vicky Pattison.
This is the podcast where we get loud about the realities of womanhood.
And dive headfirst into the chaos of life.
So if you're sick of being told to pipe down or calm down, or dare I say it,
get a grip, then you're exactly where you need to be, lads.
Yes, you are. Grab a drink, whatever you fancy at this hour of the day. Pull up a chair, chuck your bra up your arse. Let's get into it. I'm sorry, it came upon me.
To be fair, mate, I think you've done very well, like almost a year into this, to come up with new and imaginative places to tell people to shove their bra. So I'm surprised it's taking you this long to tell them to shove it up their ass.
But I actually think the problem is that I didn't say shove, I said chuck, which suggests there's a like gaping hole. Do you know what I mean? Like shove implies a bit of resistance.
Yeah,
do you know
yeah.
what I mean? But chuck is like
Hoying a hot dog up Northumberland
exactly.
Street. Yeah, I get you, mate.
So, anywho.
Listen, what everyone does with their bum holes is their own business.
It's their own business. Wait for it. So, sorry, over Christmas, my...
Is this a bum hole story?
It is. My girls... So, one of my girls was having a bath with her cousin. And... Have you ever seen your dad's willy?
Yeah. There comes an age when they're very curious.
That's absolutely fine. And so I just like eavesdrop. Yeah, have you? Yeah. Have you ever seen his actually butthole?
I've not seen anyone's bumhole.
Actually butthole.
I've not seen anyone's bumhole.
No,
not my own, not anyone's.
Nobody really, look, whatever you do in your own time is your own business.
Of course, but I'm just letting you know, I've not seen any bumholes.
Yeah,
If I was part of that conversation, I would say that.
Fine. Okay, cool. I'll let her know.
What did she say? Had they seen any bumholes?
No. They were like, ooh, horrified.
It's
at
a
the
hard
thought
one
of
to
it.
spot. It is quite covered by the rest of the arse.
This is true. You want to be looking for it, like
You've got to be, mate. It's a definite expedition.
It's an expedition. Yeah.
Urt gets really embarrassed about his bumhole.
What do you mean?
Well, he's a hairy man. He's Turkish Cypriot, isn't he? And he's like very furry. And it's not that I've ever been like, oh, let's look at your bumhole. But hey,
sorry, this has gone down an
I know.
avenue.
Sorry about this. But if I was ever in like that vicinity, he'd be like, don't look at me bumhole. I'm like, I wasn't fucking planning on it. But he's so sensitive about it. Because it's very hairy, I think.
Oh, wow.
I'm just reading between the lines.
Well, so a continuation of that conversation, like a couple of weeks after the fact, my daughter said to me, do you know the thing I really am like not into about getting married, she's 7, is that you would see
It's the lack of financial freedom in some people's relationships.
Honestly, babe.
She called it.
No, she said, you'd see their butt, they'd see my butt crack.
Oh,
is what she said.
But fair enough, mate.
I was like, hun, like not necessarily. And also, I've seen loads of people's butt crack. She said, what do you mean? And I said, like Gemma, I've seen her butt crack. I said, the mother of one of her friends, who's a friend of mine. She was like, what? And I said, like in a sauna or something. She was like, okay, I was just trying to be chill about the butt crack that she's not thinking for her entire life. She's afraid of meeting someone and like a butt crack is this, like we do a lot of nakedness in the house. I don't know where this come from.
But then I think that's really healthy. Like I did not grow up in a naked house.
Nor me. I did not see his actually butthole.
I did not see anybody's actually butthole. But I think we've spoke about this before. Like we were very much a house where like you went in the bath on your own, you got out, you dried yourself, and then like you put your PJs on, then you came out of the bathroom. And that to me was just like normal. And sort of I do believe there's a little bit like then when you send your daughters or your kids out into the real world, like we're led like little Victorian children to the first night of marriage. Like we're quite clueless. Like you just know what your mates fucking tell you and that. Yeah. Like I think there's definitely something in keeping an open dialogue around bodies, around like marriage, relationships, sex, whatever it is. Like I know I'll find it really uncomfortable because I'm not that gal, contrary to popular belief, but I will strive to be a more open mother in that sense.
But I think you'll do it for that very reason.
Yeah.
So the why becomes a different thing.
Yeah.
So it's less
motivation.
Exactly. Because I think sometimes it can be seen as exhibitionist to be like
performative.
Exactly. Whereas if you're going, no, I'm doing it to model to my children that like bodies come in all shapes and sizes and at all different stages. And
Mavy's getting so curious now as well. And like, of course, all little bodies are absolutely beautiful and lovely and should be celebrated. But like, She was at mine the other week just before Christmas, and I had like a content day, so it was a lot of quick change in and out of clothes. And she was looking at me tummy, and she said, "You have a tummy like me," and I was like, I do have a tummy like you, baby. Like, we all have tummies. And I remember feeling like my little body, which when I was little, I did have a little tummy. I still have a little tummy. It's okay. I remember feeling like mine looked different to other little girls. And I also remember one bitch who will remain nameless, twig bitch. But she said that I couldn't be Baby Spice in our version of our version of the Spice Girls.
What's her name?
Wait, the cameras are off. I'll fucking tell you. We'll go around our house. But no, I remember she told me I couldn't be Baby Spice because she wore a belly top and I actually had a belly. I know.
What a little bitch. What age was she?
About 7 or 8. Like, it obviously didn't come from
sorry,
her.
I have to caveat that because I like a 7-year-old enemy and I have to remind myself that they're 7-year-olds. So, so she was hearing, because I think that's the other thing is, like, it's not just what's said directly to the kid. Yeah. It's what they hear you saying about other people or
even about yourself, mate. Yeah. So I made very sure to tell Mavie, like, yeah, I've got a tummy. Like, we've all got tummies. Yeah. Like, you know, and I just think that is so important. So we also all have bum holes, which is how we got onto the conversation.
Buttholes. And I do think there's again, going back to that why, there's a kind of defiant self-love where you're like, you know, Rubes will sometimes be wiggling me and I'm like, yeah, that's absolutely fine. You know, they're not quite as full as they used to be or whatever it is. But I'm like, the tits. But I think it's really,
do you think important. That's really interesting, Ange? Do you think having a child and really wanting to reinforce a good, like, positive body image in them growing up, so maybe they're not haunted by the same things and, you know, that we were when we were growing up. Do you think that's helped you love yourself more?
100%.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, because I've been kind of reinforcing that. And then I'm like, oh yeah, actually, when you say it, because I do think, you know, even that word belly is like, oh, a belly. Yeah. It's kind of like, you know, it was supposed to be a flat stomach. Oh, you know, exactly. A stomach is different to a belly. And it's like, then you see these beautiful little bellies and you see a baby breathing. We're supposed to breathe with our bellies. We're supposed to, like, inhabit our bodies in a way that's different from what we've been taught to do, which is like hard and hold and So, yeah, I think I kind of fell in love with their little bodies and like the chunky little thighs, and you're like, oh, I actually quite like a chunky little thigh.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I love a little fat roll on a baby. Oh, I love it. Fine, like actually edible. Speaking of lasagna soup, explain yourself.
Oh, I know, and I feel like I'm not it's actually maybe I am a jump on a trend type.
Babes, are you for real?
I am.
Ooh, I don't what? Yeah, this is TikTok.
Oh, I am.
Yeah.
I am. Okay, so I am. Right, fair enough. So I love.
Well, when you said earlier on, oh, Erk is making lasagna soup, and you proceeded to like explain. I was like, lasagna soup? What are you talking about? It's not a thing. You're like, it is.
I can't believe TikTok. You didn't know,
babe. It's a trend.
Fair enough, it's a trend, but it's one that's gaining serious traction.
It's a gimmick.
Do you think it's a gimmick? Honestly, well, it's fucking delicious, whatever it is.
Go on, tell me about it.
It's proper slow cooker season, isn't it?
I don't have a slow cook. What? I bang on about the air fryer till the cows come home.
Do you like your air fryer, do you?
I am obsessed with it.
Fair enough. Well, this is just another...
Like, we use it, I would say, 4 times a day.
I thought you were going to say a week, and I was like, yeah, bang average, but fucking hell, 4 times a day.
No, genuinely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, a slow cooker is just the earlier iteration of an air fryer, I genuinely believe.
Absolutely not, but go on.
Oh, God. Rile someone, Harry, Mrs. Ninja.
Sorry, it's literally like saying an oven is just an earlier iteration of a hairdryer.
No, but honestly, I just think it was the gadget that was cool before the air fryer.
Oh, the air fryer is not a gadget, it's a combi oven.
It's definitely a gadget. Anyway, I love a slow cooker because you can just whack your ingredients in the morning, and then when I come home from work, it's done.
Ah, so what? Do you put it on when you leave the house?
Why, I
Would you not be afraid to be like your straightener? Is that be go on fire?
No, they're dead safe. Safe as houses, man. Slow cookers. Okay. But yeah, so it's just basically a deconstructed lasagna, and they've made it sound wanky with this lasagna soup thing.
Well, the soup sounds soupier.
No, it's not as soupy as you'd think. It's basically just a bolognese. Rather than laying your sheets flat, you break them up, pop them in.
Okay.
And then you grate loads of cheese over it. Done. Couple dollops of like ricotta, your herbs, whatever. We do a bit of fresh basil because we're wankers. Nice. But honestly, mate, when I come in from work, it's done. It's class.
I love the sound of that, and I also love how you think fresh basil makes you.
Is
the best thing you've said. Oh, don't worry, I'm not getting ahead of myself now. But the odd time, I'd use a bit of fresh basil.
I just don't want to be a middle class. It's expensive.
It is expensive. And also it really...
Are you going to say it goes off dead fast?
Yeah.
It does?
Wilts like a motherfucker.
You've got to use it all in one
sitting, which is not difficult. Like whiz that up with a lump of parmesan. Like make your own pesto. Okay, gorge. So lasagna soup, it's basically bolognese where you cook the spaghetti at the same time.
Don't do that. Don't piss on it.
Sorry.
Come on.
Okay.
I've let you have loads of things. Don't piss on me lasagna soup.
What have you let me have? Do you mind me asking?
I'll have a think.
So look, Strictly.
No.
The tour is imminent.
It is.
She's going all around the country. She's doing an arena tour. She's basically Kylie.
So I think in my head, when I said yes to the tour, that's who I thought I was.
She's gonna fight.
We're doing that.
You better be.
We're doing Cheryl and we're doing the tango.
Of course you are.
Yes.
A moment in time.
And I think the news is out there, so I'm not going to get in trouble for saying that. I picked tango and Kai picked Cheryl. And they are ultimate crowd pleasers.
Okay. I love that you let him have one.
Oh, I got to let him, haven't you?
Yeah.
I couldn't fucking win the thing for him, so I may as well let him have a dance. But I'm dead excited about the tango. I loved it. It was such a nice moment. I actually loved the dance regardless of the score. Yeah. But the Cheryl thing I am quite stressed about because she's just spicy. She's
Remind me now of the hair for the Cheryl. And do you know which order you're doing them in?
No, I don't know. Slick back.
Slick back for Cheryl as well.
Grant,
so you're slick for both.
Yeah.
Actually, fine. You don't have to wash your hair.
Yeah, I don't.
Fabulous.
Yeah, that's actually something I hadn't thought of.
So I did Charleston, finished with Argentine tango. Charleston was that little bloody charity shop Sue wig.
Oh, don't get me started on my fucking blonde wig for the fucking Charleston. Mate. I mean, we probably had the fucking same one.
Well, mine was ginger and cropped. It was like Neil's actual hair. No, actually, it wasn't. Neil wore it for the Barbie number. And then they couldn't find a wig. And they gave me Neil's one. And it literally looked like charity shop Sue. It was a banger of a dance. But like all I can see is that blooming wig. So I had to do that one first, but we didn't have time to do a wig, so we had to do a fake wig. And then down, my hair was in bits afterwards.
Really?
So if you can put your hair back for all of it, joy. Sorry.
Yeah, that is quite a good one thing. So I obviously, because my elimination from Strictly was a bit a bit of a shock. God, not that I thought I was fucking gone all the way or anything. But,
but you had Tango Week, which is an absolute moment. You were top of the leaderboard. It was there was growth there. Everyone was behind you. It was an absolute shocker.
It was abrupt. So when the opportunity for the tour came, I thought, amazing. This is like such a nice moment for me to get some closure, to perform in an arena where let's have it right. When am I going to do that anytime soon?
Well, we'll be on the road next year, lads. She'll start in the O2 and we'll end in the O2.
Get it on the vision board, gal. So I was really excited. And I spoke to you, I spoke to Sarah Davies, I spoke to Tom Fletcher, I spoke to loads of lovely people who were like, do the tour, it'll be amazing. Kai was like really excited, blah, blah, blah. It'll be a great way for closure. And obviously I was really excited. And it's not that I'm not, it's just that in the time since leaving Strictly and the tour starting,
she's closed.
I have managed to get my closure. Like Strictly's finished.
You process very quickly, Vic. I have to say I'm absolutely flummoxed and I don't use that word often.
Well, thank you, mate. I'm assuming in a good way.
Great way. I
think you can't change how things happened. And I had a great experience and I tried my best and I learned a new skill. I showed it was okay to be vulnerable. I made loads of friends. I got so many positives out of it. There's no point in dwelling on what could have been. What I'm saying is I've gone away and really got my closure. And now I have to go back and squish this body, which... Honestly, post-Christmas,
this body is perfect.
It's fine, mate, and I love it. But honestly, I could have done with another month, just easing myself in gently. So I've got to go now and dance and be anxious again and be stressed and everything. And I am feeling some type of way. I am feeling a little bit of, I'm going to say nerves.
Yeah.
Because anxiety is probably too much of a stretch for what it is. But I am feeling a bit nervous.
But you know what? There's nothing at stake.
Nah.
You're literally going, you'll feed and feel everybody's energy and everyone's there cheering you on. There's no judge. I mean, there are, but it's the same shtick every night. It's like a full thing. You're not actually going to get kicked out at the end of it. It's different. The stakes are different. And so you can actually really enjoy it.
Yeah. I'm pleased. George is doing it and Lewis is doing it and then my pals.
Fabulous.
I am sad that Bal and Kaz aren't.
I know.
But apparently EastEnders and punditry.
Okay, are a thing.
No, but they really wanted them back. So
Okay.
fair play. So yeah,
Yeah.
I am off on tour. I'm dead excited. Will you come and
I'm
see?
there with bells on.
I didn't even let me get it out.
I really want it. So I think we take the Gagglers up north. We might do a little rinky dink up there. I also would quite like to be at the City of Angels or whatever it's called.
What is that?
Is that not Newcastle? No.
No, mate.
What's it called?
We've got an Angel of the North. So
yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, City of Angels. Oh, that's Los Angeles, isn't it? You're LA to me, babes, in those sweats. You've got your lounge gear on.
She's so Hollywood.
Oh my God. Okay, so
amazing.
I'm going up north.
Come,
I'd
yes.
love to see, because I think you doing Sheza in Newcastle, boom.
We'll lift the lid off
They'll
it.
lift the glitter ball. What?
Oh, do you think?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that would be really nice. Okay, you've got me excited about it again.
It's going to be epic.
Yeah,
Can
so
I
now-
bring the girls as well?
Please do.
You know what they said the other day? Rube's like, am I ever going to meet Vicky? So she said, I was like, yeah. And then she asked if I'd seen your book crack. I said, no, not yet. Yeah.
Amazing.
They'd love to come.
Well, we can tick that off the bucket list.
Tick it off.
I'm talking about them meeting me, not the butthole.
Yeah, fine, great. Great. Do you like my t-shirt?
Oh, is that you on your t-shirt?
Absolute dickhead. I bought this pre-Christmas.
It's very Dennis the Menace.
It's Pippi Longstocking.
Oh, okay.
Do you know who that is?
I'm familiar with the reference. Like older uncles would always be like, "Oh, Pippi Longstocking when I had my hair in plaits."
Sorry, what? You've just turned me into some sort of weird pervert.
I did not pervert
Older
you off.
uncles love a bit of Pippi Longstocking.
Right, now you're casting aspersions about my uncles. So who's really wrong?
Pippi Longstocking. She was a little legend. Like,
What did she
Just
do?
a wild little bitch of a woman.
Was that her horse?
Kids, that's her. She was outdoorsy.
Because is it her horse? Because she's also got a briefcase.
Yeah, well, she was a doctor as well, I believe. What the fuck? Nah, she was just a wily little wildling. And we used to watch it as kids. And obviously she's a redhead.
Yeah.
I say obviously, if you're listening, Pippi Longstocking's iconic character with the fringe and like piggy tails that like stick out the sides. So she was, a bit feral looking. And
True, big hero.
I think I maybe saw myself a little. I do remember attempting to do her plaits for Halloween once.
I think you'd pull it off. Yeah.
Well, I tried to, but like not much of a DIY queen me. She's no Stacey Solomon. I tried to do a hanger, like an actual wire hanger across my head, then with the spiky things out here. But sure, the hanger wouldn't stay on my head.
No, I can imagine that would be difficult.
Yeah, so anyway, I never quite got there. Maybe for Halloween I can dress up as Pippi Longstocking.
We should dress up this year.
I think we should get prosthetics.
What? This escalated so fast.
No,
This is always how it is with you.
No, I saw people at Christmas. Like, I know we did our little Charlie and the Chocolate Factory moment, sweating buckets in polyester in that bleeding bed.
You're still angry about
No, I
that.
actually loved it. At the time in life, it was a long year. But I saw some people with like full Grinch makeup and like prosthetics. And I'm kind of here for that. It's quite extra. And I think maybe we should stop being so chill.
Okay, extra this year then.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm in.
Anytime, Valentine's themed. Like, what other themes do we want to do? A St. Patrick's Day theme, for example.
I will drink Guinness with you. We can try and split the G.
We should go to Ireland.
Yes. Oh, Galentine's. Let's do a Galentine's.
Cute.
Yeah, I'm up for all of this.
Yeah, okay.
Christ, we've got a busy year.
Are you going to be on tour for Galentine's?
Yeah, but we can slip in a little date. You can slip it in, Ange.
Okay, wow. Right. Shall we move along?
Yep.
I think so. I came across a clip of Pink, who I love.
I
Right?
like Alicia. Alicia, is that her real name? Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Alicia.
Oh
Pink's
my
like a stage
God.
name.
Pink with an exclamation mark. Standing up for Madonna, that we are totally going to talk about.
Also, we need to talk about leaving group chats. Toxic ones, to be precise, a la Ashley Tisdale.
Yeah, all of that after the break. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back.
I would love some cheese.
What in the world
Is going on? Who's
in the right? Who's in the wrong? Since last Thursday,
What have I missed?
take it away, Ange.
What in the world has been going on?
Beautiful.
Thanks a million.
Beautiful. You're going to have to take the lead on this one, mate, because
Okay.
I feel like I have maybe missed this one.
So I'm a little upset about this because I think she was in High School Musical.
She was
Yeah, okay.
Sharpay Evans.
She was Sharpay.
She was Sharpay. I watched it only the other night over Christmas. Me and Urk were lying in bed.
love a bit of ice cream.
Babe,
Sharpay was a bit of a scamp though, wasn't she?
She was a minx. She was an absolute minx.
And Gabrielle, is it?
Gabrielle.
Beaut.
Gabriella or Gabrielle? Anyway,
Gabrielle wouldn't
but
be.
what about fucking young Zac Efron?
Not the one.
Really?
With that mullet on him.
Oh, I like a little mullet. I
And
thought
also
he was
he
cute
can't
as a
act
bunny
for
in a boat.
shit.
Oh, do you think?
No, not in that. He was definitely earning his stripes on that show.
Oh, I thought
Like, what a place to earn them, I suppose.
But I mean, don't forget, Ange, he was singing, dancing, and acting triple threat.
True. But also, Gear Shift, Parallel Park. That was me cinching my way into the bad car space. He then used all them chops in Greatest Showman.
Oh, I mean, honestly,
Brilliant.
the career trajectory he's had, done, has been incredible, hasn't it?
Unbelievable.
Back to Ashley Tisdale.
That her, Sharpay. So she has since left that. Obviously, massive, like, teen star, child star, whatever, right?
Disney princess.
Then she set up a website, I want to say, called French She, and a brand, French with a she, not IESHE. Anyway, never mind.
Have you
Google
gone
it.
quite Gwyneth with it?
A
Goopy?
little.
Okay.
But it's like all kind of holistic products, and it's a bit it's a bit mum.
It's geared to the mams.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's the point? The point is she writes quite a bit, right? And is quite vocal, got massive following. And she's written about like a mum's group chat gone bad, basically. So not the main WhatsApp group where you're...
Has she got kids or kid?
She's got kid, I think.
Right.
She said, that kind of isolating period when you've just become a mum and you don't know who you are. And she had a friend who was in a similar stage of life. And then this friend introduced her friends to her, right? So it was like a kind of...
Like a mom group, mom group, I'm assuming, yeah.
So a group of women who were all at the same stage of life with their children and...
which on paper you'd think would be like a really supportive, safe space to be in.
And in reality for many people, an absolute lifeline, I would think. But it went a bit... And so she kind of had noticed, she's written about it, had noticed that she was left out of gatherings and that they had organised an outing at her daughter's birthday but not included her. And then she was invited for dinner, but she was put down the arse end of the table when this mum group were at the other end of the table.
So quite mean girl antics.
Quite mean girl antics. So instead of her just like muting the chat and realising maybe these are not my people, I'm going to look elsewhere, she said...
She raised hell.
She basically popped into the chat and said, this is all a little too high school for me.
So this is what she wrote in a thing, wasn't it?
Yeah. So when she wrote about it, she said, maybe I'm not cool enough. All of a sudden I was in high school again, feeling totally lost as to what I was doing wrong to be left out. So she said it kind of brought back these feelings of being left out as a kid, which I think a lot of people will relate to. And so instead of walking away, she... maybe it's petty, or maybe in her mind, which is what she says, she was standing up for herself and she was like, aren't we supposed to be teaching our kids to be inclusive, to not leave people out, to actually be, kind and all of the rest? And she left the group.
So she announced she was going, she told them why, she told them about themselves, and she left and she protected her peace.
She protected her peace, but here's the kicker. So all of that, like, not really news, is it? Nobody cares, except that rumoured to be in said group were Hilary Duff, Mandy Moore and Meghan Trainor, among others. So very high-flying.
And did I read as well, she also unfollowed.
She unfollowed
Hilary Duff and Mandy Moore around the same time on Instagram. Now, I think she's come out since, mate, and said like, oh, it's not about them and blah, blah, blah and whatever
Rumours
else.
will suggest.
Yeah, and there's a lot of like, I suppose, damage control and all that. But it does seem to point in one direction. And I can understand why everybody's now fascinated by it, because these are all famous faces and recognisable names and people that we know.
Well, also because they had, pictures of them all together as like a mom. I mean, I don't know whether it's a clique. It's like a crew, whatever. Yeah. They were like-minded women enjoying each other's company, supporting each other at one point.
Let's take away all these famous names and, faces and all the rest of it and look at it for what it really is. This was a woman who probably felt quite isolated, quite lost, quite intimidated and overwhelmed about motherhood, which is all perfectly normal and acceptable. She thought she'd found a safe space with other like-minded women who were going through the same thing to share those feelings with and, put herself back together, find a pink, whatever you want to call it. And she felt isolated, left out and...
Like she was being phased out, kind of. Yeah.
I think she was well within her rights to do what she did. And actually, I don't think it's performative and I don't think it's, like making a big scene. I think it is what she said it was. It was standing up for herself and teaching our kids and hopefully giving them a bit of a reality check as well. Some people, like some people do grow up and they're not the silly girls we were in high school. They end up being lovely, compassionate, wonderful, empathetic, older women. But some people don't change.
Yeah.
And they stay rooted in that same headspace. And I think...
And the kind of insecurity that breeds those in conversations and all of the kind of problematic.
Yeah. I like her and I don't think she's done anything wrong here.
Yeah.
I think
it's also quite ballsy because truthfully, there's often a narrative around female friendship specifically and cattiness in women that stops a lot of women probably sticking up for themselves. And she kind of said, I could have just, left and said, oh, we drifted apart, which is often the excuse given or the line given when there's been a bit of a breakdown or a breakup in a relationship between friends. And also I think there's probably a lot of shame in, could you not just suck it up? It's not all about you. Probably, and that feeling of arriving at the school gate, if that's how, this plays out, and knowing that you're not in the little gang is probably still quite tricky. So you try to avoid that. So she was like, I could just say that we drifted apart and that would be fine and everyone would feel happier about that. But no, I'm going to say we didn't fucking drift apart. They were dicks.
Yeah, fuck it. She woke up and chose violence.
Yeah.
And I feel what she did was very brave. Because you're right. There is still, but do you know what I feel like's a real shame? Is that in something that was meant to be so lovely and motherly and maternal and kind and all the rest of it, you found something so tragic and insecure.
Yeah. That actually what you thought was a warm and cozy and safe bosom turned into being a very different thing.
Viper's nest.
Yeah.
Do you think, because obviously I haven't had kids, but I feel like, and obviously I'm a little bit out of depth here, but I feel like, God, all my mates, I think I mentioned this really recently. One of my friends had a baby and she very bravely spoke up about, struggling with the realities of motherhood after having imagined it very differently in her head. She sort of said do they ever stop crying and will I ever be able to shower again? Will I ever be able to rest? And she voiced those concerns in group and my lasses fucking literally jumped to her defense in seconds, mate. They were like, it's horrible, it's hard, it's the trenches, everything you're feeling, this is so normal. Get on the fucking dancing avocados, mate, and give yourself half an hour. It was so lovely. So in my head, that is what I'm expecting. But obviously hearing that there's a very alternative to that, I wondered if you'd experienced either.
I mean, it's tricky because I think your group was born out of
something else.
Yeah. So, and motherhood is part of.
Yeah.
Whereas entering into where the link is mothering and the expectation is that you're buying into a friendship that hasn't been earned, it's just been joined, it's maybe too much to expect and it's too good to be true. I don't know.
And the only thing you've got in common, Ange, is the fact that you're mothers. I think that's quite tenuous.
Yeah. Certainly to bring you together. And also in those early stages, it might feel tenuous, but it also feels like everything. So it's almost like you're trauma bonding. And then suddenly you're reminded of who you are outside of being a mother, although that's obviously a key part, but you're reminded of what you bring and how you exist outside of that. And so maybe you don't need that little group as much, or maybe you're just a different version and that doesn't quite fit in the mix. I have an amazing group, very lucky in that I have old friends who were all there similar time. A lot of them had gone before me, so I was able to ask those questions and people understood it. And then I feel really, really lucky to have found a gorgeous group where there's just, I think I would say there's no competition.
That's so important.
So everybody's very different and very respectful and very kind, and I just feel really lucky to have a gorgeous group because I honestly never expected. It was almost like an accident, and it was later. I didn't have it in the early days, but yeah, I think when it's good, it is absolutely priceless. But if I was in a group where it was making me feel shit, a bit like you see it at this time of the year, unfollow people on Instagram who are making you feel like shit. If you are opting into a social situation, whether that's online social or, out and about, that makes you feel bad about yourself and makes you feel unsafe. And I think your note to actually, this is supposed to feel like comfort, and it feels uneasy and I'm not safe, then absolutely not.
Yeah, if it doesn't serve you, move on.
Yeah.
I think what she did, and I'm sure I said this, it is brave. There'll be plenty women
A lot of people said brave, and she wondered why that word was used. She was like, that feels so like, why is it brave to say these people are being a bit
But it is brave, because like, think of the position she probably would be in, like, but like, you know, postpartum, having had a child, for a lot of women, not what you were, you know? I mean, you obviously, hopefully go exactly back to that, but there's an element of emotional vulnerability there. And I think by her publicly standing up for herself and saying, what you did wasn't nice, it was mean girl, it was X, Y, and Z, I think she'll give other women in a similar position courage to do the same.
But, you know, I think it is the thing. It's that, you know, we talked about matrescence before, that period of motherhood, which is 3 years after you have a baby. So that is vulnerable, right? And you need people, and you feel unsure of yourself. And there's first, and you don't know how to feed, and you don't know what this is. You're like flying blind. So any help and support and kind of guidance, I suppose, you can get from anyone is kind of welcome, because you're a little, in the dark. And then I think there's like, maybe it's that tiger mom, or it's that fire that comes back and actually.
Light bulb moment,
Yeah. And so you then are like, nah, fuck that. I'm a mother.
Yeah.
I wouldn't ask my kid to take that shit. So I'm not going to take it. So it can be that quite swift change. So you go, I don't need to be in this group anymore. Thank you very much.
Good for her, honestly.
Yeah, get it, girl.
Sharpay Evans, legend. Ashley Tisdale, also a fucking legend.
Get it.
And also,
great businesswoman too.
do you know, like Ashley Tisdale stood up for herself, we also have another thing in the news this week, which is kind of women taking a stand, and I sort of love. One of the original feminists, I feel.
OG.
Yeah, Pink. I mean, she's not quite Emily Pankhurst, but she obviously is a strong woman, and I love her. She has spoken about, back in 2021, she was asked in an interview, what do you think about Madonna's face?
Oh, it was back then, was it?
Yeah,
it's
it was.
resurfaced.
Well, she's just talking about it now.
I see. Okay.
And apparently in that moment, she clapped back and said, like, why does that matter? When she's got decades of incredible accolades and achievements, and questioning why even focus on how she looks.
Yeah.
And that's not progressive to ask those type of questions, sort of like, would you ask about a man's looks? You know, you wouldn't. She talked about why women's looks are still the default talking point.
Yeah.
Well, even when the icons with decades long careers, like Madonna is, like, I was just thinking, obviously we danced to one of her songs on Strictly. I think, La Isla Bonita. Did you?
Cherish.
Yeah, honestly, mate. And when you think about her back catalogue and how she's managed to reinvent herself and like ultimately like pave the way for a lot of young female stars, like the fact that you would talk about anything other than her talent and all of that is quite insulting, really.
Yeah. Well, I suppose be like what, Springsteen, right?
Yeah.
So okay, I'm trying to think of that. Is that the right generation? Have I insulted her? I don't know.
To be honest, I'm not familiar with Springsteen's work.
Who, like, give me two lads. Two men in that vein. Okay, right. I'm going to keep it close to home. Right. What about Richard Ashcroft?
Who the fuck's that?
Because it's a bit sweet. I suppose it's a bit like... what do we call it?
Oh, I thought you were being really theatrical. I love it.
Sorry. I suppose it's a bit like Sting being interviewed.
Do you know he's from where I'm from?
I did not.
Like, not even just Newcastle, he's from Wallsend.
What does that mean?
Well, that's where I'm from, Wallsend.
No way.
Yeah, it's a tiny little town, 4 miles from the coast, 4 miles from the city centre. His brother used to deliver our milk.
Shut up.
No,
why didn't you dance to one of his songs?
I was too busy fucking wanking along to Sam Fender and that one. Cheryl Cole. There's a lot of Geordie icons, mate. It wasn't there that long.
There's quite a good crew, isn't there?
If I'd stayed the full term, I would have done fucking PG and Duncan. Let's get ready to rumble.
Oh my God. Oh, that and the O2.
Oh, it would be so good.
But seriously,
I just wrecked the mic. Psych.
It's a 10 from me. I spat at you. I'm so sorry.
Your hand really bothered me.
Stick it up your arse. So anywho, I think it'd be like Sting, who's from Wallsend. I don't know whether you know.
Wallsend.
That one. Being interviewed and being asked, oh, what do you think of Bruce Springsteen's face? Like as if that's ever, it would just, or like George Clooney being asked about Leonardo DiCaprio's fucking work.
No, I know.
It's such a bizarre, and I mean facial work, not his body of work. It's actually quite a bizarre thing that it would never even happen. Because also, I was stopped in my tracks by this clip of her calling this woman out, because I was like, I'm pretty sure we dedicated quite a bit of time to dissecting Kris Jenner's goddamn face.
No,
like,
I
are
know.
we the problem? I like to think I'm the solution, but actually it's so ingrained.
I was just going to say that's the conditioning, Ange, is that you do it without even thinking, oh shit, I'm problematic too.
It's problematic.
I always remember a couple of years ago, I was papped on a beach and the pictures were like less than flattering, shall we say, as most pap pictures are. Let's have it right. Looking glamorous on a beach doesn't sell pictures, does it? And I remember it went everywhere and I was so devastated in that moment because it just makes you doubt yourself, you know, and like you're thinking everyone else is looking at me and blah, 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 it's awful. I remember doing this post and I was like, you know, this year I remember I'd done like TV shows and I remember I celebrated like really nice personal milestones and also like the charity work I'd done, like raising awareness and money for things that were really important and close to home. I remember saying, not one of you magazines or newspapers have bothered to report on any of that. It's like pulling teeth trying to get you to talk about my show or the charity work or the dog sanctuary, whatever I want you to talk about. Yet the minute I've got cellulite, it's fucking front page news. And I remember doing this post and being like so indignant that it was so like the injustice of it all, that like my body and its supposed flaws were the big headline here. And then I sit on this sofa and talk with you about whether it's Kris Jenner's facelift or how so-and-so's looking. And it is what conditioning, mate. It's how we're meant to believe. It's what's normalised. But I genuinely believe, honestly, whenever I do it, I'm like, how fucking good does Kris Jenner look? Yeah. Like, I want to think we're being progressive and I do think we're making huge steps forward. Like, there is no way I talk about whether whatever work Madonna has or hasn't had done
was bad
or
like,
good or any of my fucking business.
Yeah.
I do think slowly but surely as women, we are, for the most part, making progress in that space. But it's only because people like Pink stand up and say, that's bullshit, stop doing it.
Yeah.
It's fucking weak sauce.
But you know what? It's also the thing, you know, I suppose, like taking those two out of it, it's the fact, as you say, that like the default talking point is how a woman looks. And you see, like Kate Winslet was interviewed before Christmas.
She's incredible for doing stuff like this.
Unbelievable.
Incredible.
And she's saying, I am defiantly resisting all of the things because I want my daughter and other people to see a version of reality on screen. And so I think it again, that why it comes from a really passionate place where she's like, we shouldn't all look the same. And I do think it's, as an actor, it's quite wild.
Yeah.
Like Keira Knightley has been called out as well, positively, for being a woman in her 40s in, is it Black Dove? Something Dove. And
that was incredible if you didn't watch that, by the way.
I know, it's on my hit list. Her face is
for movement.
Her face moves.
Yeah.
And I think there are actually, sadly, a decreasing number of people where you go, okay, there's like loads of beautiful faces that look perfectly preserved and we can look to Kris Jenner or whoever and go, oh, that's like, we can do that, and we're at least dissecting the work that goes into that rather than assuming that's God-given, right? So that has to be somewhat healthy. But where is the other, the representation of the other, of an actual real life human face that moves, that has lines, that shows emotion, fucking hardship and emotion and joy and everything on it.
And you know what though, mate, like, you're so right. And I do think both sides of the coin are important. But honestly, I know you're not into it. I love Stranger Things. I've watched every series, blah, blah, blah. It's come back last year, just at the end of Christmas, for series 5. Now, we've watched these kids go from being 11 years old, children, to now like in their early 20s, some of them, some of them even in their 30s. Like, there is going to be a huge amount of change there. And like, for me, I've watched them and I'm just like, the growth, the acting, the ability, like, I'm such a super fan. I'm like obsessed, like me and her sitting fangirl. When I went online and spotted the #1 narrative that people were talking about, it was Millie Bobby Brown and having lip fillers. It's her fucking business, mate. Yeah. It's her business. She's a mother. She's in her 20s. Like, if she wants a bit of lip filler, like if she wants to look a bit more grown up, whatever she wants to do, that's her business as well. Like, I just don't think we should be It should be, you can talk about it, fair enough. But why should they be criticised for making either of these decisions as women?
Also, I just don't even, like when you talk about David Harbour, right? I mean, I probably have a visual of him mostly because of the Lily Allen album, but like never have I seen a headline going, that slug rat on your face looks like shit.
Exactly.
Like no one dissects his actual face.
You talk about him as an actor, you talk about his body of work, you talk about his talent, like, you know what I mean? But then when it's a girl, let's have it right, Millie Bobby Brown isn't a woman, she's pretty much a girl.
Yeah.
And like, you reduce that down to...
But even Keira Knightley, why should it be so monumentally unusual that her face moves?
Yeah.
That we're talking about that and not the actual role.
I just think it's a sad double standard, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon entirely, but I do think there's positive change within the space because of conversations like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just sidebar, I do fucking love Tweakmans.
I know. And look, and I actually feel like I'm maybe... I don't know. I was thinking about this the other day, and I really think my move away from tan back in the day was like this feeling that I don't know whether it's a redhead thing. I genuinely used to look at the telly and be like, not one person on that telly looks like me. And then I think that the push away from tan was me going, no, I think it's really important that somebody sees like a milky old ham slice on their telly.
No, but that's important to me.
No. And so I don't know. I don't want to dig an L hole for myself, and maybe I'll want to prod myself left, right and centre. But I kind of am quite wedded now to the idea of growing old gracefully, babes.
Really? You committed?
I think I might be. I think it's a hole I'm digging.
No, honestly, babe, you're entitled to change your mind, and like, nobody would judge you for that. But like, I just think
but I think it feels kind of radical now.
It does, mate. It's very each to their own. It's giving Pam and I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think as long as you're making decisions that are right for you and you're being transparent about it, I honestly don't care.
And here's the thing. I think it's making decisions that are right for you. What you just said, not as opting. And it's a bit like the gel nails we talked about last week or some other time. I think it's knowing why you're doing it and not just being caught in the slipstream of expectation and signing up for rules we didn't even fucking make.
Exactly, mate. Honestly, well said. I don't get like a little bit of Botox here and there because some other cunt is getting it. Exactly. I get it because I like it.
Yeah.
And it's not because I'm trying to like desperately sort of like keep up with society or whatever with people younger than us. It's because I like it.
Yeah.
And as long as like you're not getting it because you like it or you're getting it because you like it, that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's a woman's choice to do either.
100%.
And it shouldn't be the hot topic conversation.
I know. But yet here we are.
Boring. Let's move on. If you spotted a story that you think we need to hear about, whether it's headlines, hot takes or heated debates, get in touch as long as it's not about a woman's face or body.
Yeah.
We're past
we
that.
will bury you.
Bitches.
Sorry, we're going to actually get done for threatening people. Ofcom will be on our dicks. Sorry, it just doesn't sound right.
I think it's fine. I think it's in your head. Yeah.
Okay, right. We'll be back every Thursday. So please hit that little follow button so you never miss an ep. Now do it now, okay? Stop thinking about it. We need to act. It's January. You've already fallen off the wagon. Hit the goddamn follow button and call it a day.
We've had a lovely little 5-star review come in from Sarah. The pod is the highlight of my week, she says. You girls keep me company on my drive to work. Never laughed so much. It's wild to me that you weren't besties this time last year. My only problem is that 2 a week isn't enough. So Ange, I don't know if you saw this and I don't know if I saved it, so this might be a completely moot point. So I made this thing over Christmas that was very much like a celebration of everything I achieved last year. The highs, the lows.
It was quite a year.
It was quite, honestly, mate, I was really pleased with it. I did keep it. And obviously we all know you are duty bound to just 20 slides.
Yes.
As an Instagram user. And I already had us starting the podcast and us getting our billboard, which were huge moments for us. But I actually had a third one that didn't make it because Urk was like, you've got 3 of Angela, it's fucking weird. And I was like, okay, I don't want it to be weird. So I had this. I made a new friend. You know, this sounds mad as I've known and admired Ange for years, but getting to spend so much time with her this year, both both us seeing each other at our highest and lowest has been a real catalyst for our friendship. I think it gets harder to make new friends as you get older. If anything, I've noticed my circle getting a little bit smaller. But in Angela, I found a real friend. No competition, no bullshit, no judgment, just pure support and love. And for that, I'm really grateful.
Oh, babe. Ditto. Oh, I love you.
Sorry, I need...
I love that.
No, honestly, so I'm sorry it didn't make the cut, but it was a can's fault.
Her can, you little dick. That was a lovely picture of us as well.
I know, I love that one. It was so nice. So thank you for seeing that, Sarah. I felt the same.
Yeah, absolutely. I do love it. And I do think that thing, and interesting you said the no competition thing. I think that's the thing. There's like a pure kind of, I think that's the best friendship. And I also think smaller circle, deeper relationships.
Absolutely, mate. It gives you more time, doesn't it, to focus on the people and the things that really matter.
Oh, love you. Give us a great review, gang. Will you? So we can keep crying and slagging people off.
And just being fucking human contradictions.
Yes, absolutely. Full-fledged complex women.
Hypocrites. Just remember though, it is 5 stars
or fuck off.
Bye.
Thank you.